Have you ever slipped on a blouse you used to love and suddenly felt like it added 10 years overnight? It's not your imagination, and it's not your age either. Sometimes it's the blouse itself that's quietly working against you. The wrong neckline, an outdated print, a stiff fabric, or too much volume in the sleeves. These tiny details can make even the most confident woman look tired, frumpy, or older than she really is. But here's the good news. You don't need a whole new wardrobe to look radiant again. You just need to know which blouses to let go of and what to wear instead. In this video, we're revealing the 10 most common blouse mistakes that instantly age women over 60 and how to replace them with styles that lift your face, flatter your shape, and bring back that fresh, graceful glow you deserve. Stay with me until the end, because once you see these side-by-side comparisons, you'll never look at your closet the same way again. Welcome to Wellness 360, the place where style meets confidence for women over 50. Here, we believe beauty doesn't fade with age. It evolves, and your wardrobe should evolve with it. If you've ever opened your closet and felt like nothing feels quite right anymore, you're not alone. As we move through our 60s, our skin tone, body shape, and even posture can change. The blouses that once felt elegant may now look stiff, dated, or simply out of sync with who you've become. But the goal isn't to chase trends or dress younger. It's to dress better, to choose pieces that reflect your grace, your spirit, and your confidence today. In this video, we'll uncover 10 blouse mistakes that can make you look older, along with the perfect modern alternatives that bring back freshness, softness, and effortless sophistication. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for when shopping and how to fall back in love with your style again. Do you ever wonder why some blouses make your face look heavier or your posture less graceful? One of the biggest culprits is a high neckline. Turtlenecks, mock necks, and tight-collared blouses may feel elegant, but after 60, they can do the opposite of what you intend. When the neckline sits too high, it visually shortens your neck and compresses your jawline. Two areas where most women naturally lose definition with age. Instead of elongating your silhouette, a high collar can make your shoulders appear broader and your overall frame more rigid. Imagine a crisp, fitted blouse that buttons up to the throat. On a woman in her 30s, it might look sharp, but on a woman in her 60s, that same line can highlight every shadow under the chin and draw attention to fine lines we'd rather soften. Many women keep these blouses out of habit, thinking they convey sophistication, yet all they really do is box in your beauty. The simple fix: open up the neckline. Choose gentle V-necks, scoop necks, or soft collars that fall naturally away from the face. A modest V shows just enough skin to create balance and light, lifting the eyes upward. Even a small keyhole detail or a relaxed button front opening can add length and ease without revealing too much. For fabrics, look for light, draping materials, not stiff cottons that stand up around the neck. A silk blend or rayon with a fluid fall gives movement and draws the gaze down the body, creating that elegant, elongating line. When you try on a blouse, notice how your neck feels. Can you breathe comfortably? Does your face look brighter? That's your sign you've found the right neckline. Your clothes should never make you feel restricted. They should help you move, speak, and smile with freedom. Next, let's talk about another hidden aging trap: puffy sleeves that add unnecessary bulk and steal your natural grace. They look romantic on the hanger, but in reality, puffy sleeves can be one of the quickest ways to make you appear wider, heavier, and older than you are. A little volume can be charming, but too much fabric around the shoulders or upper arms throws off your body's natural proportion. It creates a boxy outline that hides your shape and emphasizes areas most women over 60 prefer to soften. The extra puff also tends to make posture look slouched, especially when the fabric gathers near the shoulder line. Think about those blouses with exaggerated balloon sleeves or ruffled cuffs. They might have felt feminine in your 40s, but today they can overwhelm your frame. Instead of highlighting your graceful shoulders or arms, they add unnecessary drama and visual weight right where you don't need it. A great example is Mary, one of our viewers. She loved her floral puff sleeve blouse because it reminded her of her favorite 1980s outfits. But every time she wore it, she felt larger in photos. When she switched to a slightly structured sleeve with a gentle drape, not tight, not oversized, her silhouette instantly looked taller and slimmer. The key is balance. Look for sleeves that follow the natural line of your arm without clinging or ballooning. A soft flutter sleeve, a subtle cap sleeve, or a 3/4 length sleeve with minimal gathering adds movement without bulk. These shapes keep the focus on your face and neckline, where light naturally enhances your features. Fabric choice matters too. Avoid thick, stiff cottons or layered ruffles that hold their shape. Instead, choose smooth, fluid materials. Think lightweight crepe, satin, or viscose blends that fall gracefully rather than puff outward. When your blouse fits just right through the shoulders and lets the fabric move with you, you look relaxed, confident, and elegant. Because after all, true style isn't about volume, it's about harmony. Next, we'll uncover another sneaky mistake that can instantly age your look: shiny fabrics that highlight every line instead of your natural glow. At first glance, a shiny blouse can seem glamorous. It catches the light, it feels festive, it sparkles just enough to make you stand out. But here's the truth. Overly shiny fabrics, especially cheap polyester or satin-like blends, tend to do your skin no favors after 60. Why? Because reflective materials highlight every little detail on your face and neck. Instead of creating a soft glow, the sheen exaggerates shadows, wrinkles, and uneven skin tones. It also tends to clash with mature skin's natural texture, creating a harsh, almost plastic look under sunlight or indoor lighting. Many women keep these blouses for special occasions, maybe a silky gold top or a bright satin shirt that once felt luxurious, but when the shine is too strong, it draws attention away from your natural beauty and toward the fabric itself. You want people to notice you, not your blouse. Let's take the example of Karen, a 62-year-old artist who loved her glossy emerald blouse. It looked vibrant on the hanger, but every time she saw a photo of herself in it, her skin looked washed out and tired. When she swapped it for a matte silk blend blouse in a soft teal shade, her face instantly appeared fresher and more luminous, without a single change in makeup. The key is matte texture and soft reflection. Natural fabrics like silk crepe, viscose, or brushed cotton give you a refined sheen, not a harsh glare. They absorb and diffuse light instead of bouncing it back, which helps soften fine lines and bring warmth to your complexion. If you love a touch of shine, keep it subtle. A satin trim, a delicate sheen woven into the fabric, or a soft pearl tone. That way, the blouse enhances your glow rather than competes with it. Remember, radiance doesn't come from what shines on you. It comes from how you shine through your clothes. Next, we'll look at another common trap: those outdated ruffles and lace details that quietly age your outfit by decades. There's something undeniably feminine about ruffles and lace. They remind us of grace, softness, and timeless beauty. But when those details are overdone or outdated, they can quickly turn from romantic to aging. Many women over 60 hold on to lace-trimmed blouses or ruffled tops because they feel classic. Yet not all classics age well. Wide lace panels, heavy embroidery, or multiple layers of frills were beautiful decades ago, but today they can look costume-like and overly busy. These textures often sit stiffly on the body, emphasizing wrinkles and drawing attention to areas we'd rather smooth out, especially around the neckline or upper chest. Take Sandra, a 67-year-old retiree who adored her ivory lace blouse. It had big ruffled cuffs and floral lace all over. Stunning in theory, but every time she wore it, her outfit felt fussy instead of refined. When she switched to a modern blouse with clean lines and delicate lace trim just along the sleeves, her look transformed. The softness was still there, but now it felt contemporary and effortless. Here's the secret. Simplicity modernizes femininity. Choose lace that's subtle, a single strip along the hem, a hint at the collar, or a sheer panel on the shoulder. If you love ruffles, keep them small and structured. One gentle drape rather than layers of frill. Fabrics matter too. Skip the thick polyester lace that looks heavy and stiff. Instead, look for lightweight cotton lace, embroidered mesh, or soft eyelet detailing that breathes and moves with you. These textures create a refined elegance without overwhelming your features. Remember, the goal isn't to erase femininity, it's to express it in a modern way. When your blouse whispers grace instead of shouting it, you become the highlight. Next, we'll reveal another silent style trap. Oversized, boxy fits that hide your beautiful shape instead of celebrating it. Comfort is important, especially after 60, but somewhere along the way, comfort began to be confused with volume. Oversized, boxy blouses promise ease and coverage, yet too often they erase your natural silhouette and make you look shapeless instead of effortlessly chic. The truth is, a blouse that's too wide or too straight can make even the slimmest frame appear larger and less defined. Without structure near the waist or shoulders, your outfit loses its proportion. The result? You look swallowed by fabric, and instead of feeling confident, you end up feeling frumpy. Linda, 64, told us she used to buy every loose blouse she could find because she wanted to hide her midsection. But once she started choosing tops with soft tailoring, a little curve at the waist, a side seam that gently follows her body, she was amazed. Suddenly, her figure looked balanced again. Her clothes didn't cling, they flattered. The key is intentional looseness. You can absolutely wear flowy blouses. Just make sure they move with your shape, not against it. Look for details like a slight taper at the waist, a curved hem, or darts that give subtle definition. Even a half tuck can transform a boxy top into something fresh and stylish. Fabric plays a big part here too. Stiff cotton or heavy linen tends to stand away from the body, exaggerating width. Instead, choose materials that drape, like rayon, silk blends, or light crepe. These fabrics create fluidity and movement while maintaining elegance. Here's a quick tip. If your blouse doesn't show even a hint of your waist, shoulders, or neckline, it's probably hiding more than it helps. Your shape tells the story of your life, and it deserves to be seen, not hidden. Next, we'll explore another silent age factor, how dull or faded colors can drain your glow and make even the best blouse feel lifeless. You might think neutral colors are safe, beige, gray, or faded pastels that go with everything. But here's the surprising truth. Those muted, tired shades can drain the life right out of your face. As we age, our skin naturally loses some of its vibrancy and contrast. Colors that once looked soft and elegant in our 40s can start to make our complexion look dull or sallow in our 60s. A faded beige blouse that used to flatter now blends too closely with your skin tone, making you look washed out instead of radiant. Carol, 65, once wore pale tan and dusty rose blouses almost daily. She thought they were timeless. But one day, after trying a soft coral blouse, she noticed something incredible. Her eyes looked brighter, her smile more alive. The right color didn't just change her outfit, it lifted her energy. The key is to bring color back. Softly, not loudly, choose tones with warmth and light. Soft ivory instead of beige, powder blue instead of dull gray, warm blush instead of faded pink. These shades reflect light toward your face, giving your skin a gentle, youthful glow. If you prefer neutrals, go for ones with undertones. Think taupe, with a hint of rose, cream with warmth, or charcoal instead of flat gray. These subtle shifts make a big difference in how your skin looks and how you feel wearing them. Also, be mindful of faded fabrics. Even the best color can look lifeless when the material is old or worn out. Replacing an old blouse in the same color, just fresher and brighter, can make you look instantly revived. Here's a simple mirror test. Hold the blouse near your face. If your eyes pop and your skin looks luminous, it's a keeper. If your face looks tired or pale, it's time to move on. Color has power. It's the easiest way to bring back your natural radiance without changing a thing about yourself. Next, we'll dive into how tiny, busy prints can unintentionally make your outfit feel outdated and your features disappear. At first glance, tiny floral or dotted prints might seem sweet and feminine, but in reality, small, cluttered patterns can be one of the fastest ways to date your outfit. They tend to blur your shape, overwhelm your features, and give off a grandma's curtain vibe rather than graceful sophistication. The problem isn't the print itself, it's the scale and spacing. When prints are too small or too dense, the eye can't rest anywhere. The overall look becomes visually noisy, and instead of highlighting you, the pattern takes center stage. On mature skin, this can also make your complexion appear duller, as there's too much visual competition around your face. Take Helen, 68, who loved her tiny daisy print blouses. They reminded her of springtime, but when she saw herself in photos, she noticed her outfit felt busy, while her face faded into the background. When she switched to a blouse with larger, softer floral patterns, everything changed. Suddenly, her face looked radiant, and her outfit felt modern and fresh. Here's the key. Choose simplicity and balance. Go for prints that breathe, medium to large motifs with open space between them. Soft watercolor florals, abstract brushstrokes, or subtle geometric designs can look elegant and contemporary without overwhelming your frame. Also, pay attention to color contrast. High-contrast tiny prints, like black and white polka dots, can be harsh, while lower contrast tones, say cream and blush or navy and soft blue, look refined and flattering. If you love patterns, try mixing them mindfully. A printed blouse with solid trousers or a light cardigan creates focus and harmony. The pattern becomes an accent, not a distraction. Think of your blouse as a frame for your face. The right print should draw attention upward, highlighting your eyes and smile, not compete for attention. So the next time you reach for that old floral top, ask yourself, is it charming or just cluttered? Up next, we'll talk about how heavy collars and oversized bows, though once elegant, can now overpower your look and make you appear older than you feel. There was a time when big bows and dramatic collars were the ultimate symbol of elegance. Think of the classic secretary blouses from the 70s or 80s. But fashion evolves, and what once looked graceful can now overpower your features, especially after 60. Large collars, chunky ties, and oversized bows draw attention to the neck and chest area, where skin tends to become thinner and more delicate with age. Instead of adding charm, they create visual clutter that competes with your face. The extra fabric around your neckline can also make your shoulders appear broader and your posture stiffer, unintentionally aging your entire look. Let's take Diane, 63. She adored her silky blouses with statement bows. They made her feel put together. But she noticed in photos that the bows seemed to take over the outfit. When she swapped them for simple blouses with open collars or minimalist ties, her face suddenly looked brighter and her neck appeared longer. The difference was subtle, but powerful. The trick is to lighten up the neckline. Choose designs that frame your face instead of hiding it. Think small stand collars, soft V-necks, or tie-neck blouses with thin, flowy ribbons you can leave loosely knotted or untied. These shapes open the chest area, bringing airiness and light to your outfit. When you crave a feminine touch, go for delicate details, a narrow tie, a gentle ruffle, or a single pleat, rather than anything oversized or rigid. The goal is movement and ease, not formality or stiffness. And here's a quick style test. When you look in the mirror, ask yourself, am I seeing my blouse first or my face? If it's the blouse, simplify. Your clothes should frame your beauty, not compete with it. True elegance is found in quiet confidence, not excess. Next, we'll explore another common fit issue: short or cropped lengths that cut your body line and make your figure look shorter than it truly is. You've probably noticed some blouses look perfectly fine on the hanger, but once you put them on, something just feels off. Often, the problem isn't the color or the fit at the shoulders. It's the length. Blouses that stop too high on the waist or hit at the wrong point on your hips can visually cut your body in half, making your torso look shorter and your figure less balanced. This cropped effect also tends to emphasize the midsection, even when you're not trying to. Many women over 60 choose shorter tops to wear with high-waisted pants, thinking it creates a neat silhouette. But in reality, a blouse that ends too abruptly can disrupt the natural flow of your proportions. The eye stops where the hemline stops, and that's rarely flattering. Take Evelyn, 66, who loved her short button-down blouses because they looked tidy. But when she switched to a slightly longer style that skimmed her hips, she was amazed. Her body looked taller, her posture more graceful, and her overall look instantly modernized. Here's the simple rule: let your blouse glide, not chop. The most flattering length for most women hits mid-hip, just long enough to elongate your frame without overwhelming it. Tunic-style blouses or tops with curved hems can also create a soft vertical line that flatters your figure beautifully. If you prefer to define your waist, try a gentle front tuck or half tuck. It adds shape without shortening your body line. And avoid blouses with tight elastic hems or boxy cuts that ride up when you move. They tend to bunch up and add bulk right at the middle. When your blouse flows naturally with your movement and lines up with your body's natural balance, you'll look instantly taller, leaner, and more confident. No posture tricks required. Up next, we'll tackle the final blouse mistake, one that can quietly ruin even the most elegant outfit: stiff or wrinkled fabrics that take away your polish and ease. Nothing ruins a beautiful outfit faster than stiff or wrinkled fabric. You can have the perfect color, the right cut, even a lovely neckline. But if the material doesn't move with grace, the entire look falls flat. Many women over 60 still choose thick cotton or polyester blend blouses because they seem practical. They wash easily and hold their shape, but that's often the problem. Stiff fabrics tend to sit on top of your body rather than drape around it. They exaggerate angles, resist movement, and create harsh lines that feel more rigid than refined. On the other end, overly thin fabrics that wrinkle easily can also betray you. A crumpled blouse, no matter how expensive, instantly makes you look tired and less polished. It suggests a lack of effort, even when you spent hours getting ready. Consider Margaret, 70, who used to wear crisp cotton shirts for every lunch outing. She thought they looked structured, but the stiffness actually made her appear tense. When she switched to a silky, softly draped blouse in a breathable blend, she couldn't believe the transformation. Her movements looked fluid, her posture relaxed, and her friends kept asking if she'd done something different with her hair. The secret is to find the middle ground, fabrics that hold their shape yet move with ease. Look for modal, viscose, silk blend, or high-quality rayon, materials that resist wrinkles but feel smooth and breathable. These fabrics catch the light gently, flowing with your body rather than against it. And here's a simple tip. When you touch the blouse, scrunch a bit of the fabric in your hand. If it feels stiff or leaves deep creases, skip it. The best materials recover easily and fall naturally when released. Remember, Elegance isn't about perfection. It's about ease. When your clothes move softly with you, your presence becomes the statement. Now that you know the 10 blouse mistakes that can age your look, let's turn to what really matters. The styles that make you glow again. Now you know them. The 10 little blouse mistakes that can quietly age even the most elegant woman. High necklines that shorten your frame, puffy sleeves that add bulk, shiny fabrics that highlight lines, outdated ruffles, boxy fits, dull colors, tiny prints, heavy collars, cropped cuts, and stiff or wrinkled materials. Each one might seem small on its own, but together they can completely change the way you're seen and how you feel about yourself. The good news? You don't have to give up style to look youthful. You just have to refine it. Aging gracefully isn't about dressing younger. It's about dressing sharper, softer, and smarter. So what should you wear instead? Think open necklines that frame your face, softly tailored shapes that move with you, and fabrics that breathe, flow, and reflect light gently. Choose modern neutrals with a warm undertone: cream, blush, soft teal, pale gray, and prints that breathe, not compete. Add a little structure where it flatters, and let the rest flow freely. When you master this balance, you don't just look younger. You look more yourself. Here's the most important thing to remember. Your style doesn't expire. It evolves. You've spent decades learning who you are. Your clothes should reflect that wisdom and confidence. Every piece you wear can tell a story about joy, self-respect, and individuality. So tonight, when you open your closet, take another look. Ask yourself, does this blouse bring light to my face? Does it help me feel strong, graceful, and alive? If the answer isn't yes, maybe it's time to let it go. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 10 blouse mistakes surprised you the most? Have you ever realized that a favorite blouse might be aging you without you noticing? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video inspired you, make sure to subscribe to Wellness 360 for more style, confidence, and lifestyle tips designed for women over 50. Together, we're redefining what it means to look and feel beautiful at every age. Tell me, would you like the next video to be about the best pants to pair with your blouses after 60, or 7 colors that make you look instantly younger? Let me know below. Your voice shapes this channel. Because here at Wellness 360, we're not chasing youth. We're celebrating timeless style and the incredible women who wear it. The right blouse doesn't just flatter your body. It reflects your spirit. Every fabric, every color, every cut you choose tells the world how you feel about yourself. And after 60, that story should be one of freedom, joy, and grace, not restriction or rules. So don't be afraid to let go of what no longer serves you. Style isn't about clinging to the past. It's about celebrating who you are today. When you wear clothes that move with your confidence, you don't just look younger. You feel alive again.